Panama, what will it decide? A political game between Donald Trump's aggressiveness and Xi Jinping's patience. With its strategic location and key role in global trade, Panama finds itself at the center of a geopolitical dispute between the United States and China. Two foreign policy models clash in its territory, US. Aggression and pressure, represented by figures like Donald Trump, and China's patient long-term strategy under the leadership of Xi Jinping, US foreign policy, aggression and direct pressure. Historically, the United States has dominated Latin American politics under the Monroe Doctrine, ensuring its influence over the region's governments, US. Foreign policy, especially under leaders like Donald Trump, is characterized by economic and military power. Through sanctions, trade agreements, and military presence, the US exerts pressure on strategically important countries. America First policy, Trump promoted an isolationist approach, focusing on protecting US economic interests and countering China's influence in the region. Diplomatic pressure and sanctions. After Panama established diplomatic relations with China in 2017, the US pressured the country not to strengthen its ties with Beijing. Trade and security dependence on the US. Panama remains a key US partner, with the Panama Canal as a crucial global trade route. Under Trump's administration, Washington took a more confrontational approach toward China, warning Latin American countries of the risks of aligning with Beijing. China's foreign policy patience and strategic expansion. China, on the other hand, has adopted a quiet but effective approach, using soft power and long-term economic expansion. Xi Jinping's foreign policy is based on infrastructure and trade investments. The Belt and Road Initiative has positioned Panama as a key point for China's trade expansion. Soft power and diplomatic relations. Unlike the US, China avoids direct confrontation and builds relationships through loans, development projects, and technological cooperation. Strategic patience. China does not impose immediate political conditions but gradually increases its economic influence, leading to long-term dependence. An alternative to the Western financial system. While the US uses sanctions as a control tool, China provides financing with fewer conditions, making it an attractive partner for countries like Panama. China has positioned itself as a key trade partner for Panama, building ports, roads, and signing commercial agreements without the diplomatic pressure typical of the US. Panama in the middle of a geopolitical chess game. Panama is in a delicate position. The Panama Canal is strategic for both powers while the US remains its primary user. China has increased its influence through trade and investment. US pressure was China's economic benefits, while the US demands political loyalty. China offers economic development without immediate political conditions, risk of a trade war. If Panama aligns with one power, it could face commercial sanctions or broader geopolitical conflicts. What will Panama decide? Panama faces a critical dilemma: stay aligned with the US to avoid diplomatic conflicts or strengthen ties with China to benefit from its economic growth. If it stays with the US, it will maintain short-term stability but could lose economic opportunities with China. If it leans toward China, it could receive greater investment but risk facing pressure and retaliation from Washington. Panama's decision will depend on how it balances its sovereignty, economic interests, and diplomatic relations in an increasingly polarized world. Will Panama bet on US aggression or China's patience? Can it remain neutral in this geopolitical struggle? Share your thoughts in the comments.